One of my best friends is reading Wildfire because I got her icebreaker for Christmas and she just finished it and now, yeah, she loves it. Oh, she loves it. And I gotta be honest with you, I love it. Hey. Well, hello, I'm Erica. I am Odd. We have been trapped in a polar vortex for about a week and a half now, somewhere around there. And honestly, it's been a lot. I mean, it's been so cold. It's been like -22, -15, pretty much all week. Now it's finally starting to get into the single digits and warming up. But every single day since I posted my last vlog has pretty much looked the exact same, which is me in my house either cleaning or reading or watching YouTube or crocheting. That's a new hobby we're going to talk about later. It's been very much like Groundhog Day. And it's like when it's that cold, you don't want to do anything. Your body like doesn't want to do anything. I got extra tired while it was happening. And I went and saw Mean Girls with my friend Riley, who you've seen on this channel. It was so good. And then I actually did see a movie earlier that week. That was kind of like the only activity I did. But today I want to get a lot of cleaning done. I want to get the Christmas stuff taken down. We're going to make some beef stew here in a bit. But I need to get like my laundry done and my bedding done. I need to get laundry done. It's kind of insane. So yeah, let's get a bunch of like cleaning and chores done and then we'll hang out a bit more. Get really overstimulated. Every single time I walk down my hallway, I keep thinking there's a person down there, but there's a fan down there. It's starting to freak me out. So I'm making beef stew. I'm still cleaning. I'm gonna clean up the Christmas stuff, and obviously, but just been cleaning all day. The sun is starting to go down, which means it's time for dinner. I am making a 21-day fix meal, which is beef stew. The 21-day fix recipe can be found online. I love that recipe. It's probably my favorite one out of the whole book, and they have a lot of like healthier alternatives and they have a lot of gluten-free stuff, which is the main reason I eat from the 21-day fix book. A lot of gluten-free recipes, super awesome, but I always highly recommend the beef stew to everybody because it's just really good and it's hearty and it's filling. Sorry, one of my best friends is reading Wildfire because I got her icebreaker for Christmas and she just finished it and now, yeah, she loves it. Oh, she loves it. I was telling her I picture Aurora in Wildfire to be a Sabrina Carpenter. Like that's the like look that she had, and then I picture Russ to be like a blonde Jacob Elordi. And I thought that this would be like a great cast as well. While I'm reading books, I like to cast the people who I would like to see in the movie. I recently watched The Summer I Turned Pretty, and I think that's honestly what got me into romance. I'm like, okay, maybe this all like isn't that bad, and it's really not. Like I found a lot of romance stuff that I like recently, but it has to be specific. Christopher Briney, maybe that's how you say his last name. He plays Conrad in The Summer I Turned Pretty. He would be a fantastic Russ, but I digress. We're gonna make some soup. Whoever said putting a duvet on was easier than a comforter? Liars. So this is how I get my duvet on the rest of the way. I don't know how other people do it, but this is how I do it, alright? Nailed it. So let me pause that because right now I'm catching up on Vanderpump Rules. Like, I haven't watched Vanderpump Rules. Just readjust that in my center and center it up. Times it. It's like 10:30 right now, but that's fine because I don't have work tomorrow, so kind of my one night I really stay up late and don't care. Also, how cute are these pajamas? They have little bows on them. Got them at TJ Maxx, you know me. But okay, where to start? Today I've just kind of been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, if you will. Finally got most of my stuff done, but now I just want to wind down, hang out with you guys a little bit before I end this video because it's been a lot. So let's start with the big yellow elephant in the room. I started crocheting when I was in college as sort of just a way to like relax or distract my mind or something like that, you know, but I really didn't have the time or the patience then to kind of like commit to it because I always wanted to make big projects, but when I started I was in a teeny tiny dorm and I eventually got my own apartment obviously, but I just kind of never picked it back up because I was doing so much already for my degree art-wise. So I mean, it was like almost every single class I had was an art class because I had my bachelor's in art, so obviously, you know, I'm being like creative with clay and sculpture and all these different things, and I had like sculpture showcases and awards and all this stuff. I was heavy into it, but I like never picked up crochet again, even though I do love it for like relaxing. So I decided to pick it back up again this year because I have been super stressed, and so while I de-stress, I kind of want to talk to you guys about that. But this is what I'm making so far. It's going to be a blanket. This is about 6 yarn rolls worth, ball of yarn if you will. I really like the color. It kind of matches my comforter but not exactly, which is what I do like about it because again, this is like a ginger and this is more of a mustard, all within the same family, so it's going to look really nice against blanket here. I think it's going to look really good and it's really soft. How long I intend on making it, I don't intend on making it as big as this green one because this green one is as big as my queen bed. So obviously I want to keep this more of a throw. I think I am going to make one as big as that green one, but I want to get different yarn to do it. I want to get bigger yarn so then I have to buy less rolls, you know? But this thing is so soft. So far it's turning out pretty good. My edges here and there, you know, are a little wonky, but not the worst. So I'm happy with it. I know a lot of people, like, if their edges get messed up, they'll just unravel the whole thing. This is my first big project. It's also my first crochet project in a long time, so I'm putting this out on the internet, into the universe. When I finish this, how it looks is how it looks, and I'll be very proud of it, and I'll always remember it as my first big crochet project. And we can go from there and improve. But I'm very excited. I've been enjoying this hobby a lot. It's a little bit difficult to work with, but I don't see that getting any better as it gets bigger. But, you know, it's not unraveling, I promise. This is just the end of the 6th yarn ball, and then I have my new one here. I have 4 more of these in the living room, and then I have 6 more on the way. And then I think that's gonna be the end of the blanket because the color is kind of hard to find. I've been buying it out everywhere. I'm using a 30mm crochet needle, and I ordered some other ones, don't get me wrong. I think I got like a 25 or a 20, a 15, and it goes all the way down to 7mm. That's like I think the smallest I'll ever go because here's the thing with so I have dysgraphia. It's super common with people who are neurodivergent, especially with ADD and ADHD. So I had to do a lot of art therapy as a kid. She would have me do kind of stuff like this. So as I'm doing this, you know, I remembered when I was in school, one of the exercises I had to do to get my fine motor skills to learn how to keep up, she got me like some molding clay, you know, and she put beads in it. And what I had to do was I had to find the beads, but each time I had to pull it out with this finger, and then for the next bead I had to pull it out with my middle finger, then my ring finger, and then my pinky finger. And this is how I built up strength in all of my fingers. So again, when I get nervous too, she taught me this. My exercises like this, and then you had to go, you just switch them up. Yeah, I haven't done these in a long time. You know, it's always good to work your fine motor skills. So that's a plus of why I got back into it too. And then I've been dealing with like stress in my life. I've talked about it with you guys before. The biggest stress I've had was with my ex. I have no communication with this man. Ugh. I feel so gross even talking about him. So I had somebody contact me that knew both me and my ex, and basically reminded me of the fact that while he was stalking me, he got my favorite flower tattooed
on him, which sucks because I have it tattooed on me. And so he tried to, I don't know what his end game was with it, honestly, and I'm not gonna say what I think it was because I don't want to jump to any conclusions with that. I want no contact with him or for him to have any reason to try and contact me. I want nothing to do with that man. He's a horrible human being. They basically were like, well, you know how like he got it tattooed? I'm like, yeah. And because the person who's contacting me I'm already irritated with because I don't talk to them just for reasons, don't really vibe. And they said, oh, well, you know, he's doing it again. He's getting more. I'm like, okay, there's quite literally nothing that I can do about that. I have no control over that situation and I don't want to be involved in anything to do with him ever again in my life. So don't talk to me about it. I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. And I blocked the person because I thought I had them blocked already and I didn't. Did you hate when that happens? I digress. You know, you can't control things in life that happen to you, but you can control how you respond and how you stand up for yourself. In regards to that ex, I remain the same. I want nothing to do with them. They are the biggest mistake of my entire life. And that's how I feel about it. So I was like, I can't control what that psycho does. So I was like, I need something that I can like put this energy into. And so now I am crocheting again. And I gotta be honest with you, I love it. It makes me very happy. I also like it because... Not a nosebleed, no. Oh, good, no. But what I like is that I can listen to my audiobooks when I do this because sometimes, like, I obviously listen to my audiobooks when I work or, like, when I'm cleaning. But I was like, I wish that, like, I had an activity that I could listen to my audiobooks without just, like, meditating. So this is kind of perfect. I've been burning through some books. I am still on Iron Flame, hear me out. It's not because I'm bored. It's because the end essentially has been spoiled for me a little bit. And I'm still gonna finish it. And, like, I'm not a person who's like, don't spoil the end, but I'm like dreading the end now. Like, I don't want it to happen. I won't spoil it for you guys because number one, I can't. I haven't read the end. Just saying, there are spoilers out there, so be careful if you're on Book Talk. And then I started Breakaway by Grace Riley because I've heard that Grace Riley is similar to Hannah Grace. I'm only on chapter 3. It's a little bit more hockey than I would like. That's the thing about Hannah Grace's books. She knows that you're not there to get a play-by-play of a hockey game. That's what a lot of these authors who write hockey books are not grasping. And right now I can say for sure that Breakaway is probably has more depth and is more interesting than The Offside. But I will say that Icebreaker is still blowing all of them out of the water. It's pretty good so far. I mean, my edges are what they are, but you also kind of can't tell while I'm still making it. I mean, I know at the bottom there it's messed up. I know a little trick how to fix that. But it's so far, I mean, it's looking really good. But I think that's gonna be it for today's video so I can get back to my show and just relax and unwind and get ready for bed. But I hope you enjoyed this very chill, productive Polar Vortex vlog. Please be sure to like and subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.